Now let's learn more about this from Robert Glasgow, international trade lawyer at McCarthy Tétrault. Good morning, Robert. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Lauren.
So talk to us about the details of this deal and how significant is it for Canada and China's relationship?
I think it's a huge thawing of the relationship that really iced over during the Trudeau years. I think the concessions on canola and on the fisheries industries are very, very important for Canada. And I think it's important in two ways. Number one, it opens up new markets and shows a detente with the Chinese administration. And in particular, the visit that Mark Carney had with President Xi Jinping was incredibly important for that relationship bilaterally and shows the potential for quite a lot of growth of that relationship and expanding trade ties. But it's also really important domestically as a part of national unity. I think you saw that in the hit just before this discussion where you had Alberta farmers who are probably one of the least likely groups to have ever voted for Mark Carney or Justin Trudeau coming out saying, well, you really got to give it to him. And I think that's also a really important aspect of this.
Robert, as expected, we're seeing mixed reaction south of the border. How do you expect this deal to affect upcoming CUSMA talks?
It's really hard to predict with Donald Trump, especially because he has some very clear camps. And you see that in some of the mixed messaging that's coming out. On the one hand, you had Donald Trump himself who said, well, this is great. It's great to talk with China. It's great to have discussions with China. I think it appeals to the businessman in him. And I think he sees some kindred in Carney in some of their goals in terms of driving investment, in terms of driving development. I think that's one side of it. But on the other side, you have a number of his backers who are very, very much xenophobes and very much want to keep out the Chinese market. And this could end up complicating some of those discussions on CUSMA. So I think what helps here is that the Chinese EV concessions and the EV quotas are relatively low in terms of total numbers. And it's focused on a market segment that is relatively lightly served by North American producers.
Carney landed in Qatar this morning, where he is looking to diversify trade outside of the United States. What opportunities do you see for Canada there?
I think there's a lot of potential for foreign direct investment. Qatar, much like most of the Gulf states, has very large sovereign wealth funds, and those are funds that could be looking for places to park money to do development. I think that that's an excellent opportunity for them to expand with that market segment. There's also certain market segments for luxury goods, for Canadian goods going there. But I think that very much is an investment angle play and trying to further that side of things. The one other element of this, of course, is Canada has a very highly developed, not when we talk about the oil sands, we often talk about the raw product that comes out. But we have a lot of companies that do high quality, high tech goods and services related to oil exploration, extraction, and production. And I think that that's something that has some potential and has some attractiveness in the Gulf states.
Okay, Robert, thank you so much for your insights this morning.
Thank you very much.
That is Robert Glasgow, international trade lawyer at McCarthy Tétrault.